आलम ऊंट हिरन है फरियादी, आपके आगे रहमत आलम ऊंट हिरन है फरियादी, आपके।
One of the important questions you get asked a lot these days is about how to choose a spouse. Look, the brothers ask the question, the sisters ask the question. It's very common. And I just want to share a few pointers and pieces of advice that hopefully you can listen to and you can benefit from, inshallah. The most important thing when you're choosing a spouse is what we call in Arabic kafa'a, and that means compatibility, suitability. Are you going to get on with each other? Is there common understanding between you? So for instance, she wants to get married and go out every night to the restaurant, to this place, that place, right? And you want to get married and spend time at home with your mother and your in-law family, and you want her to be part of your family. And when you get married and you find out she wants that and you want this, it's not going to work. And she's going to be bored and she's going to be this, and you're going to find it hard to get on with her because she's not wanting to do what you expected, and she herself didn't expect you to ask her that. So you've got to get a common understanding of what you want. You have to have common goals. So some of us want to get married and settle down and have children, and others want to get married and enjoy themselves first. But I don't want to say 5 years and not have children. That's what they say. First 5 years not have children, then think about children. And one spouse wants children, the other one doesn't. There's a conflict. So you need to get down and you need to ask each other, what do you want from this marriage? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to go? What are your plans? You need to have this common understanding in many different ways. One of the other things that you need to look at when you're choosing a spouse, and it's very important, is the issue of whether they're from England or Pakistan. And this is unfortunately a big problem today, and needs to be talked about, it needs to be mentioned, because our parents, our elders, may Allah reward them and respect them, have a particular understanding and a particular way of living. And youngsters, especially the younger generation, have grown up in a totally different world. They do not think in the same way, they don't behave in the same way. Even the language barrier has become more and more bigger. So when the mother or father says, we're going to take you and get you married from Pakistan or India or Bangladesh or Somalia or wherever, it is like a bomb that's just exploded in the house, right? It's like, oh my days, what is going on, right? The best thing is communication. Talk about it. Say to your parents, look, I've grown up in this country, I respect your wishes, I understand that you have a right over me, but you don't have the right to ruin my life. And I'm not doing this because I don't respect you, I want to go against your wishes. I'm doing it for the future of your grandchildren. I'm doing it for the future well-being of your own child. Yeah, this is how I want it, this is how it should be for everyone. Unless you want to get married from your home country and you feel that's best for you. This is something you need to communicate and discuss with your parents. But it's a major part of choosing a spouse that shouldn't be neglected this day and age, because it's causing a lot of problems within families. The other one, and I suppose it's the one that people always look at first, is appearances and attraction, right? You've got to be attracted to your spouse, males to females and females to males. There's got to be some form of feelings there for you to marry someone. If there isn't, and you go into this marriage and you don't find this, then it's going to be very hard to maintain that marriage. So as the Prophet ﷺ said, a woman is married for 4 things. For her beauty, and the Prophet mentioned it first as well in the hadith. She's married for her beauty, for her lineage, for her nasab. She has a lineage, so because she's from a particular family, you want to marry her. She's also married for her wealth, for her mal. She's got a lot of money, she's got a lot of status in society due to her position as a job or family or business or whatever. And then the Prophet ﷺ said, and you would marry a lady for her deen, for her religion, for how good she is in practicing her religion. And then the Prophet ﷺ said, alayka bidati deen, and you must go for the one who has religion. It takes precedence over all other things. The other things need to be there. You need to feel, you need to have the outward, you need to have the social status, where she belongs to, her family lineage, all have a role to play, and that's why the Prophet ﷺ mentioned this. In reality, the main feature that you should seek in a spouse is their religion, is what are their goals in the future. Does this person maybe want to go and study abroad, learn Arabic? Does he or she want to learn more about the Quran, learn more about the life of the Prophet ﷺ, study on an Islamic course? These are things we need to look at, because if you want somebody with deen, you need to see that in them before you get married. So we really need to look at this. We need to look at where we're going with marriage. Marriage is a commitment for life. Marriage is half your deen, as the hadith says. So we can't neglect this. We can't be, oh, just take this or take that and don't ask the questions. We need to be serious, ask the right questions, talk, and inshallah, may Allah bless you all with pious wives. So it's really important thing that we look at how we choose our future spouse. And now